What's happening, family? This is Caleb Stennis here with StennisFactor Academy, and I'm making it my mission to help you get signed, whether it be overseas, whether it be arena, and hopefully on to those higher levels, NFL, CFL, XFL, USFL, whatever the case may be. All right. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and like this video, share it, make it do what it do. Make it do what it do. All right. Now, one of the main reasons why a lot of athletes are not signed is because they've adapted the wrong mentality. And what I mean by that is they adapted a mentality of work in silence. Don't let anybody know what you're doing. They go and they listen to a guy like Joe Burrow, who, obviously he's Joe Burrow, he's in the league, etc. No shade on him. He's great. But he's in a different position than you. Now, if you the starting quarterback at LSU, of course you're not posting videos of you working out. Of course you're not selling yourself to scouts and coaches. Of course you're not doing stuff like that. Why? Because you're on national television every week. Because you are constantly being talked about on ESPN. Because you're constantly being talked about on every major news outlet. Of course you don't need to sell yourself. So we ain't talking about people who are already phenoms. All right. We talking about you, right? Obviously, if you watching this, you ain't a phenom. You need some help. All right. Now, that being said, you need momentum. One of the main things one of the main reasons why people aren't signed or football players don't get signed is because they have not learned how to create, ride, and maintain momentum. Now, what do I mean by that? You have to learn how to put pressure on coaches, on scouts, on GMs constantly, day after day after day after day, until they pull a trigger on you. That's what you want them to do. You want them to be salivating, right? And here's how you do this. Number one, you do this by creating a large social media network of coaches, GMs, and scouts, right? So, for example, when I first started doing this, right, when I first came out of college, I declared for the draft in 2017. Obviously, I didn't get drafted. I went on to play professionally in indoor football, arena football, and overseas in Mexico and Germany. But one of the first things I had to do, because I didn't have any connections, is I started a LinkedIn account. And I went through that LinkedIn account and I added every coach, every scout, every GM, every agent that I could come across to create what I would call a cloud of witnesses, right? Like, it does me no good if I'm posting a whole bunch of content that nobody's watching except for my mama and my friends and some people that I went to high school with, right? At that point, you just doing stuff for fandom. You're not putting yourself out there. You're not marketing. You're not advertising yourself for people who can make decisions, people who can look at that tape and say, I really like this guy. This guy's moving well. Let's move forward on him. Let's contact him. Do we have a need for that position, et cetera, et cetera? So, right, the first thing that you need to do is you need to create a large social media network of coaches, GMs, and scouts on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Instagram. Did I miss one? Let's see. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. I think those are the main ones, right? Right, because what people don't realize is that these coaches are heavily active on these social media platforms. Heck, shoot, a lot of them are even on TikTok. Andy Reid was quoted saying that he watched Juju Smith's TikTok videos. Right. So that's the first thing. You need to get in front of people. You need to fit, you trying to go to a tryout, you trying to wait till you get invited to a workout. And don't you understand it's 50,000 people, a million people just in America alone competing for that same spot, that same position as you, trying to get in front of that same scout, right? You go to these workouts now, you go to these CFL workouts now, it may be 300 people at the workout, 50 of them at your position, right? So you want to create a cloud of witnesses for people of importance, coaches and GMs, to watch you. And you can do this through creating your network and social media. All right, that's the first thing, right? Uh Now, the one of the reasons why you need to do this also is because 9 times out of 10, right? Let's say a coach is interested in you, right? He wants to recruit your position, but he's also interested in another player, right? Not because 9 times out of 10, if they are interested in you, you're now on the board. You're on their board, and they have two, three, sometimes four or more other candidates at that position, and they're kind of trying to fill you out, basically like job applicants, right? But the difference in what will really make him salivate at the mouth over you is, where those other guys, he's just looking at their game film, right? He continuously looking at their game film. He's going to be looking at their game film, which is what they were. And well, he's going to be looking, but also he's going to be looking at your game film, which is what you've shown that you can do on tape. And he's going to be evaluating your athletic ability in the here and now. How does he move now? How's his body now? Is he in shape now? Right? Can I sell how he moves and his athletic potential to my superiors? A lot of people don't realize that football is about projection. Football is about potential. How you think these 5-star recruit? How you think these guys are getting ranked 5-star recruits and have a year of game tape out of high school, maybe 2 years, or maybe they played 4 or 5 different games, but the guy's 6'2", 225. Even though he don't got that much game tape, he projects well at the next level, right? So you want to use this to your strength and be performing in a way in your videos, in your content, after you've created your cloud of witnesses and you're posting videos, you're posting your workouts and things like that. You want to be posting things that cause him to project and say, man, I could really see myself using a player like him. Man, I could really see myself signing a guy like that. Or, man, we could really use him. Man, look at how he moves. Look at how he runs. Man, look at how he catches the ball. He catches the ball so natural. Just little things that these coaches see and they think about when they're watching those videos. And I mean, it really is like window shopping, right? You go to the store, you don't plan on buying something, but for some reason, every time you go to the store, you keep going past it, you keep walking past it, and it's just itching, it's just scratching at you until you finally have to purchase that. Well, that's how it is. You got to create momentum. This is one of the things that I've used to make a coach pull the trigger, to get beyond those situations where it's me and one or two other candidates for vying for the same contract, right? And let's see here. Another thing is, now what you have to understand this, right? When I say post videos, I ain't saying post something real basic that 20,000 other people is posting, right? As soon as I say post a video, somebody went outside, put their camera on the ground, and started posting themselves doing some ladders, right? That's the quickest way to, unless your feet are just, I mean, amazing, right? Like, unless you got amazing feet, unless you just, I mean, it's crazy even for you to look at. That's the quickest way to lose a coach's attention. It's not about just showing the coach that you work hard, right? Because as soon as I say make a video, oh yeah, I just need to show them that I'm active. I just need to show them that I'm still working out. No, you need to post something that is a eye catcher. I'm not saying post um I'm not saying post content that's like for clout. I'm not saying post clout content. I'm saying, first of all, be working hard. Work hard enough to where it's worth watching. Work at a level of intensity where it's worth looking at, where it's worth seeing and showing somebody else, like, man, do you see how hard this guy's working? Do you see how he's moving? Do you see how he's attacking it? Do you see his work ethic? Do you see his drive? Right? They should be able to draw those conclusions based off of your tape. Do you see how he's moving? Man, he really looks polished. Look at his body, right? Et cetera, et cetera. Uh all these different observations that they're drawn from your film. So that's the first thing. Post good content. Post good content. Don't just post something real regular. All right. This is about making the decision maker window shop. You need them to window shop. You need them to be constantly window shop. And guess what? I have posted several videos on Facebook stories where coaches literally watch the story and message me saying, "Hey, we're in the market for a running back. Who are you signed to? Are you interested in coming here? Blase blah." They do it all the time. The only reason they ain't doing it for you is because you ain't doing what I'm telling you to do right now, which is why I'm trying to put you up on game. All right. Now, you need to, by doing this, you're going to make him continually bring your name up in meetings. You want to make them continually bring you up. You want to make them continually replay your content over and over and over. You want to make them continually be reevaluating you in comparison to the other guys that you've seen. You want to make them be comparing your workout videos to your film if you have film, or if you don't have film, or if you have very minimal film, you want your workout film to hold a lot of weight in that decision making process so that you can overcome your lack of film. And that's a lot of you guys' problem. You don't have film. And guess what? I was in that same position doing exactly what I'm telling you to do, trying to get somebody to take a chance on me, even though I lacked film. However, they saw my work ethic, they saw how hard I was working, they saw my athleticism, and they projected, hey, this guy, he really looks like he can do something, right? And that's the position that, or that's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to show them, or you're gonna have to make them feel that, hey, even if this guy lacks film, based upon what I see on this video, his tape demands that I take a closer look at him, right? Maybe I invite him to a workout. Hey, if he does, man, I mean, we like him, but we need to see him in person. We're gonna bring him up to this workout. If he balls at the workout and he matches his video workout footage, right, then we're gonna sign him, right? And I've been in that position before where I was posting workout videos and things like that, and coach came to my workout before, IFL team came to my workout before, and they invited me to their tryout or whatever. And guess what? Immediately after the workout, they offered me a contract, right? Obviously, I balled at the workout, but immediately after that, they offered me a contract. So you want to make them window shop. Now, I want to make you think about something real quick. I want you to think about something. Why do you think that Cam Newton was out here putting out workout videos when he was coming off his injuries and he left Carolina? He was advertising. He was creating momentum, right? Remember, he was posting the workout videos to the motivational speaking content and all that, to the ET videos, right? Why do you think Jamarcus Russell, who used to be the quarterback of the Raiders, was posting videos and documentaries and things when he tried to make his comeback? Remember, he went over, played at the Raiders, then all that stuff happened with him. Then he tried to make a comeback and he said, oh, he lost so much weight and so on and so forth. And guess what? He was letting it be known. Why do you think whenever OBJ has had his ACL injuries, whenever he's had his injuries, guess what he did? He got a media team and he started pushing out his workout footage to show his recovery, to show his journey back from being hurt. Why? To put out that image, to combat that stigma against him that he was hurt, to drive momentum, to make teams want to sign him. As I'm speaking right now, he's coming off a second ACL surgery and he just signed an $18 million contract. Now, before that, the Cowboys was trying to sign him. They didn't give him no money. Baltimore, who's in the middle of a contract situation with Lamar Jackson, signed OBJ. Guess what? After he came out with the videos showing that he could run, showing that he was healthy, showing that he could still play football, that his knee was okay. Yeah, he was doing what I'm telling you to do for a different purpose, but the purpose also simultaneously was the same. He was trying to get signed, and therefore he had to create momentum. Right? This is a age old task that people in every industry, whether it be business, football, basketball, sports, wherever, this is a age old tactic that people use to get other people to buy their product. But the difference is, in this case, you're the product. You are a living product. And you are also a salesman of your own product, which is you, trying to entice buyers to buy you as an asset for their company. That's just the reality of the game. Right? Some of you guys aren't signed yet just because you piss poor salesmen. Right? You go on your social media, you smoking, you posing in front of cars, all that kind of stuff. You doing all that extra stuff, right? And when these GMs, when these scouts that you emailing, when these coaches that you hitting up go to your social media profiles, because guess what? They gonna look. I promise you, they gonna look. Hell, even the agents gonna look before they deal with you if they don't know you like that. If you don't have a big established name, they gonna look at all that stuff and they're gonna gauge. First of all, is this person serious about football or about whatever it is that he's trying to get me to take him on or invest in him to do? Right. And if you got all that stuff on your profile, they're going to say, this boy ain't serious. He ain't serious. We're not going to work with him. Or they also will say, even if you work hard, you don't represent well. You wouldn't represent the brand well on social media platforms or on, whatever. You're not what we're looking for to be one of the faces of our organization. In other words, look at what he's doing online. We don't want to be associated with him. He wilding, he cussing people out in the comments. I mean, look at the stuff this guy's doing. We don't want to be associated with that as an organization, right? Expressing a lot of controversial opinions and everything. Clean social media up, right? So you need to build momentum to sell yourself, which you are a product, right? And you got to think about this. All these different companies in every business are paying millions in advertising and marketing dollars, right? And some of those products still never get bought. Even with all that advertising, even with all that marketing, some of those products, or a lot of those products, still never get bought, right? So that applies also in the sports world, in the football world. All these football players out here making videos, coming out with content. I mean, shoot, you got high schoolers coming out with content now. You got high schoolers. I mean, I know a guy who did not play, who barely played in high school. and he was working as a trainer, and he went to a famous trainer in the Dallas Fort Worth area named D-Rob. He worked out with this guy, and they filmed a workout video of him and sent it out to colleges, and he got this boy on at Texas Tech. I'm telling you, it's about advertising, it's about marketing, it's about creating momentum. Now, obviously, you can't be trash. Now we ain't talking about people who trash. Now, if you trash, if you can't ball, if you don't have the skill set, right? Because you can't be marketing a product that's faulty, that won't accomplish what it needs to accomplish, etc. You got to make sure that your product, which is you, which is your skill set, is perfected to where, hey, once you advertise and they throw you a bone, they invite you for a workout, etc., etc., you actually come in and do well and meet or exceed their expectations based on what they saw on film. All right. And the goal is, hey, once they see you on social media, you want to get them recruiting you. You want to get them hitting you up. You want to get them trying to facilitate a relationship with you, trying to ask you questions, and heck, even get on their hot list. A lot of teams have hot lists where, hey, we have somebody ahead of you as far as recruiting, in line for this position. But people cancel all the time. People don't show up for camp all the time. Right now, you on that list, and now he's keeping, even though he signed somebody else, or even though he may have somebody else that he's looking at, you in his line of sight now. You in his line of vision now. He watching you, and he watching the other dude. And as soon as something happened to that dude, soon as he get hurt, soon as he don't show up to camp, hey, where you at? You still ready? Can you go? Momentum. You need momentum. Hey man, if you like this video, man, if you want to see more, man, support my channel, subscribe, like this video, share this video far and wide, and make sure that people see this video, first of all, so they can get help, man. I'm trying to help people out. I really am. I'm gonna post this video. I'm gonna share it, where as far and wide, wherever I can. But I'm really trying to get people some help, man, so that they can live their dreams, so that they don't have to endure the pitfalls and come to the understanding of the game I'm giving you right now the hard way, or not at all. Some people never figure this out, right? Because the mentality that you had when you was in high school, the mentality that you had when you was in college, right? Because you around your peers, and it's weird for you to be posting videos and you working out and stuff, and you seeing them every day, and they seeing you, and if you not balling in front of them, now they laughing at you, they talking crazy about you. But you in a professional world now, you in a professional space now, and the bottom line is, it's sales. It don't have nothing to do with fandom. It don't have nothing to do with being an attention whore, or a seeking attention or fame or whatever. This is about sales, advertising, and marketing. And those who can map, for instance, look at Jake Paul. The boy getting all these boxing matches with MMA champions and so on and so forth. And they're trying to say this guy's not even a legitimate boxer. But because he advertises well, because he's constantly in the media, because he's constantly creating a cloud of witnesses, because he's constantly creating momentum, right? Guess what? He's making millions of dollars. He's creating opportunities for himself, and not only for himself, but for other people who use his blueprint, right? Marketing, creating momentum. Momentum is why you not signed. Like, share, subscribe. I'm going to come back at you. I'm going to keep releasing content like this, keep mentoring you guys, and we'll talk soon. All right.